Hey guys, my name is Ally Sammarco and I'm a contributor with MeidasTouch. For those who don't know, years ago I was part of the MAGA cult. Luckily for me, I made my way out, but that does not mean I came out unscathed. I have plenty of regrets from that time, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. Let's get started. My first and biggest regret from being part of the MAGA cult was voting for Donald Trump. Period. Point blank. The only thing that has made me feel better about this fact was that the state that I voted in and lived in, Virginia, ended up going blue in 2016 anyways.
Fox and NBC here both projecting that Hillary Clinton has won the state of Virginia. As I give you a couple moments here to rebuild your map a little bit here, Megan, let me get your reaction to this. We were talking about Florida here now 3.5 hours ago.
Virginia. You want to see market turmoil. If she'd lost Virginia, we would have seen that swing from what we're seeing in the futures down another 100 points. It looks like she's pulled it out again in those counties we were talking about. Very high turnout in the more affluent, the suburban regions, and she's managed to get Virginia. But let's just put this into context. She was polling as much as 7 to 8 ahead in Virginia. We've come down neck and neck to the wire here. That's a symbol of the sort of wider trends that we're seeing tonight. She's managed to pull out Virginia. Crucial hold for her.
I also voted in an extremely red county, which was where I was attending college at the time. So in all actuality, my vote did not change things one way or the other, but the principle still stands. I also have since met Hillary Clinton, and she is a wonderful, kind, generous person. So I absolutely 100% would take back my vote for Donald Trump and vote for Hillary Clinton instead in 2016. My second regret is that I attended Donald Trump's inauguration in January of 2017. I remember seeing thousands and thousands of protesters, more protesters than there were supporters, and I simply just didn't give a shit.
So sorry, Canada. It's not all of us. It'll be a quick 4 years.
Protesters shoulder to shoulder with Trump supporters in checkpoint lineups, so deceptively civil early on.
The peaceful transfer of power is very, very important.
We're all Americans. We have to live together and love each other.
Past the checkpoints onto Pennsylvania Avenue and the parade route, the early arrivals so genuinely thrilled for this moment.
I want to be able to take care of my family, and I want a better future. And really, he offered that, and I really believe in him.
The same great American flag.
This patch of Washington proved a touch awkward at times because for every cheering moment for the Trump supporters,
Cannot afford hopelessness.
less than 200 meters away in one of the many official protest zones, there were flat-out sobs at what this day means.
Just hearing his voice, I can't take it. I think I'm just so profoundly sad.
No KKK, no fascists, USA.
Not all protesters got permits. Some didn't want to bother with them. Preferred to create chaos in the streets. More than 200 arrests, plenty of tear gas, 6 officers reportedly injured. Rare that inaugurations see this much violence. Clashes just blocks from the White House seem to ebb and flow.
Just when there was beginning to be a sense that maybe this was calming down, someone set fire to a car, people started running, and here come the riot police.
An SUV and limo torched. Small fires had appeared all day. This upped the temperature, which of course was the point. Back inside the secure zone, no violence, but not always an easy escape from uncomfortable moments as the day wore on. Trump and anti-Trump forces not afraid to get in each other's faces.
This is the nature of the game. No, that's illegal. That's assault.
They should build separate. They should totally separate.
Yes.
So they should separate children from their friends, make them feel different.
And between the cheers and jeers and divided loyalties, former President Barack Obama and his family flew away.
Bye-bye!
Many here not hesitant to say they won't miss him, have a sense it's their turn now. Pennsylvania Avenue, like the United States itself, not exactly a place where common ground is easily found.
Tensions were so high that I almost got into verbal altercations with multiple people. Obviously, I've never been one to keep my mouth closed when I believe in something. So apologies to those people out there. I know I was super annoying and super ignorant. I also remember thinking that every single cop there manning the crowd or the inauguration was on our side, and for the most part, it felt like they were. So if I could redo that, I definitely would have just stayed home that day. Another regret that I have is spending precious time knocking doors and making phone calls for Republican candidates. If I could undo that, I 100% would. Hopefully, I made a really terrible impression on those people and they just decided to stay home instead of vote. Like, hopefully they thought I was the most annoying person on earth. But even if they did end up voting, literally every single campaign that I volunteered for ended up losing.
I want to thank you all for your loving support. I'm grateful to God for the opportunity.
I have just called President Obama to congratulate him on his victory. His supporters and his campaign also deserve congratulations.
So no harm, no foul, right? And I will say that one skill I learned during that time was how to talk to voters, which I still use today when knocking doors and making phone calls. I could probably go on for hours, but my final regret is that I supported a cause that was the antithesis to my own interests. It's like a mouse siding with cats or a dolphin siding with sharks. It just doesn't make sense. They didn't deserve my support, and honestly, I have no idea why so many women today still support the Republican Party. If you look back at history, almost every single advancement or right that women have gained have been in spite of Republicans and not because of them.
In the landmark case Roe v. Wade, the High Court ruled that a woman has a constitutional right to choose to have an abortion. Abortion services were made safer and more accessible to women after the ruling, which would face repeated challenges in later years. Although Roe v. Wade was decided in 1973, the fight over abortion rights and women's equality continued to this day in the US and around the world.
If they had it their way, we still wouldn't be able to vote, we wouldn't be able to open a bank account, we wouldn't be able to open a credit card, and so much more. It's because of the hard work of Democratic leaders and the feminist movement that we have what we have today. And it's critically important that we remind future generations of this. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments in the comments below. I try to read as many as I can. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much for watching. We're only a few subscribers short of 2 million subs. Please subscribe right now to the MeidasTouch YouTube channel for free and help us grow this unapologetically pro-democracy network.